Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 129 of our trek, and yesterday we completed the 5th and final day on the Trail of Reality, which is based on our beliefs. If you missed any of these episodes on this 5-day trek, it would be worthwhile for you to go back and listen to them, or read the daily journals to get a complete picture. As we share this time together on our daily trek, if you have any of your own observations, comments, or questions, please share them on the comment section on our daily journal pages on wisdom-trek.com. Today we are going to extend the concept of how our beliefs create our reality as we investigate the principles or trail of be, do, and have. Many times we get these principles out of order and then wonder why our lives are not as we expect them to be. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the weather has certainly made an abrupt change to fall. We have also had a significant amount of rain the past few days, primarily due to the hurricane that skirted the East Coast. The Charlotte area was spared from any flooding, unlike many other areas on the eastern seaboard, which we are fortunate for. Our workload this week remains very heavy, but we are taking it one day at a time. As we discussed on day 65 of our trek, the best way to eat an elephant is just one bite at a time, not to get too overwhelmed by the size of our task. It is now time to break camp for today, though, and head back out onto the trail in pursuit of wisdom, insight, and understanding that will help us to create our living legacy each day. I would encourage you to keep your eyes focused on the trail today because it is important that we follow the trail of be, do, and have in the proper order. On our way out of camp today, I want to ask you this question. Are you being the person you truly want to be? Take a few moments to really think about who you are being right now and compare it to who you really want to be. Do you want to be a better father or mother? Be happier than you are right now? To be wealthier, healthier, and skinnier? How about being better at your job, or to being a better boss if you're a business owner? Most of us have been taught that we need to have things in our lives that allows us to do what we want, allowing us to be who we want to be. For example, when I have more time, I will be able to do more activities with my children, therefore I will be a better father. But in reality, we will never be the person we want to be if we have to wait for the have first. If you really want to have ultimate success in all areas of your life, personal and business, you really need to start being the person you want to be right now. You really need to reverse the teaching of having, doing, then being, and begin with being the person that you should be, which will drive you to do the things that reflect your character and integrity so that you can have the results that you desire in your life. To switch the previous example, we could put it this way. I am being the best father I can be, allowing me to do more activities with my children, and now I have the time necessary for them. Our wisdom nugget for today is to flip the have, do, be teaching on its head and explore it from this angle, to be, do, and have. As we do examine this nugget, let's look at why this principle is so successful in reaching goals and hopefully inspire you to start living the life that you truly want today without waiting until you have everything in place before you start living the life that you really want to live. First, let's look at the have, do, be scenario, which is a trail to misery and failure. This thinking holds you back from reaching your goals. When you ask most people what they would like to have in their lives, most would reply, I would like to have more money and happiness. And when you ask them why they don't have it in their life right now, they would probably say that because they are waiting to have something first. And when they have it in place, then it will allow them to start doing what they want and being who they want. Most people believe that if they have a thing, such as more time, more money, more love, or whatever, then they can finally do a thing such as take up a hobby, go on a holiday, buy a home, or undertake a relationship, which will then allow them to be happy, peaceful, content, or in love. And people wonder why they're not happy, not doing the things that they love, and haven't got what they want in life, such as money or love. So let's flip that over and look at our trail from the be, do, have perspective, which is the trail of success. In actuality, what we're doing is reversing the be, do, have paradigm so that it conforms to the world as it really is, as opposed to how many people think it is. Having does not produce being, but the other way around. For example, happiness is the state of mind that we choose to be in. What you choose to have in your mind will manifest into reality. As an example, when you think like the rich and adopt their habits of wise spending and frugality, that's when you can start becoming one. Then you will need to take action. That's the do part. You do it with passion and purpose, whether you get paid for it or not. As you begin to add value to other people's lives, then money, time, and love will be the natural harvest for what you planted earlier. This harvest is the have in the equation. What you have is a result of who you become and what you have done. So if you are wondering why you're not having the life you've always wanted, ask yourself, am I following the be, do, have principle? Or are you trying to do it the other way around? Start being the person that you want to be. Then make the decisions to do what this person would do. Then you will gradually have the type of life that you desire. As we continue on our trail of be, do, and have, we see down in the valley farmers working hard to harvest their crops. The farmer knows the principle of planting and harvesting. The farmer understands that he cannot have a crop in the fall without first doing the planting in the spring and being a farmer by his very nature. As Jesus' half-brother James wrote in his letter to the scattered believers in chapter 5, verses 7 and 8, Dear brothers and sisters, be patient as you wait for the Lord's return. Consider the farmer who patiently waits for the rains in the fall and in the spring. They eagerly look for the valuable harvest to ripen. You too must be patient. Take courage, for the coming of the Lord is near. And one of my favorite phrases is, you've got to be before you can do, and do before you can have. In short, you have to be a person of character and do the right things, and then you can have the things that you really desire. I trust that this principle will resonate with you and help you to keep the proper order in your pursuit of wisdom and growth. And in doing so, join us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. And over the next few days, we will switch back to our commentary on the book of Proverbs and dig up some additional nuggets of wisdom. And that'll finish our podcast for today. Remember to listen to your daily dose of wisdom on wisdom-trek.com or subscribe at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, or YouTube. And by subscribing, they will be downloaded to you automatically each day. I would really appreciate it, though, if you would help Wisdom Trek to grow by sharing Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person, so they can come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I want to remind you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.